ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back to the NSP Supercross Championship, round number 9 today. We are here in Washington, DC. Is it FedEx Field? FedEx Stadium? FedEx Arena? One of them two. We're going to do what we always do every week. We are hopping into qualifying. And we're going to try and watch some of these fast boys set some disgusting lap times, probably. To give you... I don't know where to put this Pepsi. I've run out of room on my desk. There's too many. To give you a good baseline for lap times, the lap time that I uploaded to my Instagram earlier today, just to showcase the track, was a low 1:16, I believe. So I imagine that these boys will probably be getting into the 14s. I think so. So, hello everybody. Welcome, Dom. Haven't seen your name in this chat for a hot minute. Hope you're doing well. Pardon me. And also, I need to give a shout out to Mr. Fuzzy Blood, because he's always the first one here. He always says hello first. So I have to give him his flowers when they're due. I don't know what the sign-up situation is going to be like today. Last round was by far the most stacked round that we've had out of these. And this round as well, the track, again, does give very old-school DDC track vibes. So I'm hoping that we'll have a similar sort of turnout, because I think every single race that we watched last week had some sort of, not drama, but, you know, like I had just had a good amount of racing going on in there. What we got? Oh, okay. Group A is not that stacked, to be completely honest. We've got Rush in here. One of the Davies. What we do need to be on the lookout today, by the way, gamers. Last week, we had 2 people that were blatantly cheating, which is not a good ratio, if you ask me. So again, if we see anybody today randomly that we've never seen before that starts popping off and the bike just seems to be accelerating a little bit too fast, then we will we'll call them out as and when it happens, and we'll see if we can get them gone. I have a bit of a justice complex. Like, I like people being penalised for things they've done wrong. So having the power to be like, yo, Aiden, this person's cheating, and Aiden gets them gone is really, really cool. Tyler going to have the craziest comeback and win the championship. It would have to be one hell of a comeback, because I don't think Tyler's done like maybe 3, maybe 4 rounds, something like that. Crazy work. This game. This isn't like the stream lagging, by the way. This is people joining the server, so the game has to load their bike. So I apologise for this. There's really nothing that I can do about it. Just has to load the bike, and all the time. Oh, I do have Davey's gear. That's because Jake sent me some stuff earlier. Nice, nice. And for anybody wondering, last week, so there was 2 Davies in last week's race. One of them was cheating. This one that you see here was not. So I don't want anybody getting confused about who was being naughty last week and who wasn't. So the Davey that we've got in here, I believe, is absolutely fine. Same with Mr. Dizzle here as well. I think Dizzle's absolutely A-OK too. He's going for the quad into this corner. I think 99% of people are going to be quadding this. So you can kind of stay far left, scrub, and then quad all the way in, rather than going right side and going double, triple, or triple, double, one lem two. Hello, Burke. Yeah, I didn't look too in-depth of Tyler's new model. I just saw yellow, and I like Suzuki's in general. I do like me a Suzuki. And I think also people are going to be hitting this far left side so they can triple all the way in. But, as Mr. HW just found out there, triple into here, not easy. I'm pretty sure HW is Harry or Woodland, whichever name he's going by these days. Pretty sure. I was spectating a race that BP done the other day, a 125 race, and he was absolutely, like, HW was crashing out. I think it was at KFC in that race. He was not a happy man. A little bit of chat spam, a little bit of rage quit going on. So right now, Rush has already matched my lap time. Rush is currently sat at a 1:16.3. Let's follow him around just for a little bit. I mean, he does strike me as the kind of person that will just continue these laps. There's still people sinking in here. Thank you very much, Smarties. 28 months. Could have bought a set of arc levers by now. Trying to think of something witty to say in response to that. but I can't, so I will just say it's nice for you to care about me as much as a set of arc levers. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, sir. 28 long, long, long months. So yeah, Rush went a bit quicker last lap. He was at a 15.8. Does case the quad out, so he's going to have to re-rack it again. Jake has joined this server now, though. So Jake is someone else to watch out for lap time-wise. He's usually quite high up there, and he's been having some really, really good results over the last year or so, just in anything that he competes in. I'm just trying to quickly scan and see if I can see him anywhere, because there's a few people joining these qualifying servers a little bit late. It actually looks like he's still in the pits right now. And Brado's in here as well. Brado disgustingly fast in Supercross. So if Brado can get out the gate well today with that Aussie ping, I know it is a challenge sometimes, he does get done a bit dirty. If he can get out of the gates, he will be doing really, really well. Just looking at some other names. Ocean's here as well. I believe Ocean made it to the main event last week. And this is just one server. So, very, very curious to see how it goes for everybody else. You got Ubod, who I've never seen before. He's only 2.2 off the back of Rush right now. See these boys. See who gets the better run through the whoops. I think it was Brado, just by a little bit. He actually was able to scrub that quad, which is quite impressive. Jake is still sat in the pits. I don't know if it's just taking his game a very long time to load everybody up. That might be the reason. Next subathon, Olaf, you could not have asked that at a better time, sir, because in just under a week from now, so Saturday next week, will be November the 1st. So it is the absolute perfect time for me to do another donate-a-thon. I think it's been long enough. You know, it's been a couple months again. It started on the 1st of a month is perfect. Starting on a Saturday is perfect. So I think it's going to be time. We're going to do it again. Did they figure out nations yet? Yes. They basically confirmed that there was no funny business going on from the Australian team. So the final results for that was USA first, Great Britain second, and Australia third. And I'm pleased for Australia getting that podium. I think they rode really, really well. Let's head over into Group B. Silly season donate-a-thon. I'll be honest, guys. In regards to that donate-a-thon, obviously it's quite exciting to do one. I'm quite nervous about how it's going to go with the current state of the game, because I really do see a world where we just get a bunch of bad actors rocking up and like ruining lobbies with like super high road and stuff and cheating. And it's like I can kick them from a lobby, but then they can just come back again under a spoofed GUID. So I'm really, really worried about what's going to happen at some points, if it's just going to be pointless because everyone ruins the lobbies over and over again. And I think if that does happen, I'll probably just try and do some testing stuff for as long as I can, or we'll switch on to some other games. I'm hoping it doesn't put too much of a dampener on things. Holy shit, Tyler's up into the 114. I mean, I literally did say as we started, I think people will be up into the 114s. And that is Mr. Tyler J right now. Thoughts about Beta 20C? Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. It's purely fixing some GUID issues, which is not cheating related. That GUID issues is for people that have like got the demo and then bought the game. Yeah, there's nothing that concerns us, unfortunately. Which is annoying, because I would love to see some safety measures being put in place. Who we got in here? We got some fast boys in here. Tyler, I mean, boy is so close to that lap time as well. He's less than a tenth behind. Submac's in here. Submac is someone that does have pace on occasion. I remember when the Papiti ranked servers used to be a thing before MXP ranked. Submac was pretty good in those. And we've got JS7 in 4th, Steiner in 5th. Rocking up on the 450 this week. Steiner, he tried the 250 last week. Wasn't able to get it done. What am I sipping on? I'll let people take some guesses as to what they think is in my glass. What I'm drinking. First person to get it right gets a pat on the back. See how Tyler does here. I'm interested to see what lines these boys take through the rhythms, to be honest. Mostly that one that's to Tyler's right there. Brown cow milk? I cannot comment on the colour of the cow. However, the milk is indeed of a brown/chocolatey variety. Yeah, he definitely done a different rhythm there because I don't think I singled out on the lap I had done. And he's shooting to go inside, so is he going to go on, off? Oh, he's trying to step over. That is huge, trying to step over that. I'll rewind that for you boys, actually, because some of you might be newer to the game and you might be curious. So, in a oh, I don't think I'm going to have much time here because the replay is not long enough. So, in a situation like this, if you're coming up like really, really short on a jump like this, you basically want to land super front wheel high, and as soon as your back wheel touches the floor, you want to lean the bike over and almost like scrub into the landing. And by that, the only reason that Tyler survived that is because as soon as that back wheel hit the ground there, he scrubbed to the side really hard. And then basically you just let the bike fix itself underneath you. So there's a little tip for you if you're coming up short on a jump, but your front wheel's going to make it over. Just as it comes in, you land on your back wheel, you kind of scrub over the landing, and you get up and over. Lovely stuff. Good stuff. So Tyler, very, very fast lap time in here so far. Let's hop on over into Quali Group C and check out what's going on there. Melted chocolate ice cream. Ooh. When I was younger, and I would eat ice cream, I would intentionally just sit there like stirring it and waiting for it to melt, just so I could drink it. Is a goated concoction. Oh, I only ever play tracks that I do videos on, Rockwood. So if it's like, if it looks like it's beginnery, the chances of me actually playing it are quite low. Alright, we got on this server. Chase is back again. I'd love to see that. And Troy's got a pretty respectable lap time in here so far too. Rax has showed up this week. And Dom's in here as well. Nice. I think we got some good racing again today, gamers. I'm very excited. And actually, looking lap time wise, was Tyler's and Chase's lap time identical? I feel like they were both 0.8 something 9. Maybe Tyler was like 0.839. I can't remember, but that is really, really close times. Chase is on lap right now, so to make it this far in the lap, he must be happy with it. We'll see if he can beat his time. There's going to be a lot of people that get the timing of that jump wrong today, and either overshoot the corner or case it, and then end up going over the bars. I'm going to stay on board here. This is how you go fast around the track, gamers, because he'll be hitting all the same rhythms as everybody else, but he will just be staying much lower and getting that momentum moving forwards while doing it. It's all about sitting down, leaning over at the right time to soak the bumps up. The suspension did not look great through those whoops, I'll be honest. There's definitely suspensions out there that I think could help him blitz those a little bit quicker. He's getting through and fine though. It's not like this massively hindering him. Double in here, going to step on, and then step off, tag the back end. He's not going to be able to get the quad here. Still went for it. Nah, way too short. Way, way, way too short. Let's hop on with Mr. Cameron Box, your red plate holder at the moment. See what Cam can do. And you'll scrub-a-dub-dub. Gonna hug inside. Yeah. I don't know if anybody heard that. Cam was, like, modulating the brake while he was turning there as well. He was feathering both of them at the same time, it sounded like. And it looked like he kept a really good amount of traction around that corner. Might have to experiment with that a little bit, like trail braking around the corners. Oh, he's overjumped it. Yeah, bad bounce. He's probably going to reset this lap. No, he's still going. And he slid out into this swoop section as well. I think one more tiny mistake and he'll go again. When you're at these guys' level, when you're looking for every single tenth of a second, you can't afford to have these tiny little mistakes. Gets over that quad cleanly though. Round left 180. Hello Nizzy, I'm very well, thank you. Hope you're good too. Carbon rear brake. He's trail braking a fair bit. It's something. No, it's the same thing again, by the way. Landed front wheel high, scrubbed it into the landing to soak it up a little bit. Yeah, he knew he made too many mistakes. I noticed with this trail braking thing as well, I noticed that that's something that Willie used to do a lot last year. Well, I say last year, this year's outdoors season, in the 250s, he'd be trail braking whilst accelerating a lot. I mean, I guess if you can just keep the throttle wide open and then use the brake almost like a clutch to modulate your speed rather than having to get off and on the throttle over and over again, I could see it being beneficial. Good run through the whoops there. He did get a little bit side at the end, but still managed to keep it fine. Back wheel is not breaking grip anywhere. But Blood is keeping it smooth on the throttle. So he's gone triple, on, off, quad, double. Okay, okay. Different line that we saw Chase do. And he's going outside here where Tyler was going inside. So lots of line choices coming out here. I think it's going to be a case of what people are comfortable doing on a lap-by-lap basis rather than what's actually quicker. Because the room section that he's in right now, for example, there's probably 5 or 6 different ways of going about it with all the tables and stuff that you can either step on or step off. So it's just whatever you can do and how you adapt to the track. And things could change as well when the road comes in. One line might get a little bit chewed up, so then you have to switch completely. Yuck, that really tight. There you go, 114.1. Good lap there from Cam. Really, really good lap. I'm surprised, actually, that that lap fully counted. It looked like he went really far into the bows in the last corner here. Have a quick little look. No, that's passable. I reckon there's probably a timing gate, like, probably goes to about here. So he's got a bit more wiggle room there. Good lap from him. No idea who this is, by the way. Kyrene, FMF. Never seen him before. So, again, might be someone cheating. Or it could be someone under an alias. I think if someone's changed their name, he's got over 1,000 MMR. Do we think that bike was a little bit too fast? Looks fast. It doesn't look too fast. He's got to be of a decent level if he's trying to front flip Supercross triples, because that's kind of hidden tech. He's trying to front flip. What are we thinking, chap? Tell bro to lean forwards. No, it's intentional. I don't know if you remember my video that I done a while ago, but yeah, in aerial Supercross, the tech to go fast basically become front flipping triples like this on purpose, to the point where they had to ban people from doing it. So it is an intentional thing. It's actually, the annoying thing is, it's much easier to do than you think. He doesn't seem to be getting it clean though. But yeah, I'm not sure. That's the annoying thing, is I've never seen this person before. He's only 1.5 seconds off of Cam's really disgusting lap. Just so hard to tell if people are sus or not. Like, he's standing up in the bowl turns completely. There's something that... There's something about this riding that I feel suspicious of. And I can't put my finger on it. I'll leave it for now. Only because... I'm guessing he's watching the stream because he's chilling every time I'm pausing him. It might be someone that we know. Only because the riding actually doesn't seem to be that good. Anyway, back to it. Let's watch a bit of the Jan. See what Troy's up to. He's just gone back to the pits. I don't know if he's just chalked to lap time. Troy's actually dropping down there. Rack's just put in a decent one. Check if GUID duped. How do I do that? Oh, actually, no, you're right. I know how to do that. Let me do that right now. Let's have a look. See if there's any suspicious activities going on. And then you can watch the Jan hitting a lap in the background as well. He doesn't exist on MXB Ranked. It's not a good start. which would mean that he's not been in one of these servers before. What are we at? Race list. So, today we are at K-Bell, Washington. Not heat race list. I need practice groups. Control F. Irene. His Discord name is Victory Royale. I think I remember that name from last week. Oh, remember that GUID from last week. Tommy, his name was completely different beforehand. Can somebody send me the link? You know how you can view someone's profile on Steam? Is it steamcommunity.com/profile? Would anybody be able to just let me know in chat what it is to find someone's account real quick? Because I can find it really straightforward if so. Oh, yeah, it's so Kyrene is Davey from last week, so he got banned last week and he's trying to show up and race again. So there you go. A very easy way to tell. By the way, guys, if you are someone that is cheating, your best bet is to not go only a second slower than one of the fastest people in the entire game when we've never heard of you before. It's just a little bit of advice, because it will make it very, very obvious on who you are. So yeah, he's running the same GUID as Davey from last week. There you go, that is somebody else banned from racing tonight. I mean, I kind of respect the hustle if you have nothing better to do on your Fridays other than getting banned over and over again. But, yeah, he will not be competing. He's already been ejected from the server. Rax has now gone to the top of the board, and Cam and Chase are both very close to each other as well, which is pretty impressive stuff. And the interesting thing from last week was, if you remember last week with Mr. Gregory that got banned, there is a rumour that his MX Bike shop account may or may not be tied to the name Free Palms. And if you know who Free Palms is, he's been around for a very long time. So some of that younger community up to no good these days, trying to ruin it for everybody else. Oh, it's very annoying, I agree. I think the only issue you've got at the moment is the GUID spoofing. Because let's say you could cheat in every way you wanted, but you couldn't spoof your GUID. You'd have to buy a new account every time you got banned. So I wouldn't mind it as much, because there's like a gateway to getting into the race, but the fact they can just keep doing it over and over again is really annoying. But you see, like, it is actually fairly easy to spot. Like, fairly straightforward to spot. There he's gone. We'll stay on board for... actually, there's only 6.5 minutes left by the time I've changed server. We'll stay on board until Rax boosts a lap. So Rax is at the top of the leaderboard right now with a 1:14 flat, which is disgustingly fast. Because I felt like my lap was pretty damn clean, and it's 2.3 seconds slower, I think it was. These boys have started a lap together, actually. Chase is right on his booty cheeks. Oh, he's overjumped that quad a little bit. So he might lose a tenth in the whoops. Oh no, not a tenth. Yeah, went too fast into that face. We're going to follow Chase for the rest of this lap, because Chase is on a semi-decent one as well, although he did just tag the back end going into this section. Let's see what he can do. Hello, Devon. I am very well, thank you. Absolutely fine. I hope you're doing well too. Thanks for checking into the stream. I think, in regards to, like, spotting cheaters, it does help mostly that because I have spent so many hours playing this game, I kind of know what a bike is meant to react like, if that makes sense. So if it does start, like if it looks like it is accelerating or going a little bit too quick, or it's just handling a bit strange, some of it you can chalk up to like bad ping for example. But then when you combine it looking a bit too quick at the same time as someone putting in a lap time only a second slower than Cam that I've never heard of before, you are kind of baiting yourself out quite a lot. Would you be able to give any sort of reason, Free Palms, as to why there are two MXB shop accounts that are tied to you, where one of them was from the person that got banned from doing this last week? Thank you very much, James. James, have you paid attention to the very end of my last two videos, by the way? There's something right at the very end, in like the last 10 seconds in both, that you might enjoy. Right, coming over into this final server, we have got Mr. Willie, who's in the top list. He's only 4/10 off of Rax, so Willie's in for a really good time right now as well. There is also, at the same time, that Gregory account did also run aliases like Rax and Greg the Legend. And then when also you look at Free Palms' aliases in the past, it's been people like Rax too. So there's just this massive, like, fuckfest of people with so many different accounts, this, that, and the other. And, like, groups of friends, like, might be sharing or switching names and aliases being run and GUIDs being spoofed. So you'll drive yourself insane after a while trying to look into it too much. Oh, hang on, Reed. I don't know if Reed done this last week. And Dirty N's back as well on the old Pin Performance machine. Love to see that. I literally commented on not seeing Dirty N in a while when I rewatched that first Supercross win video from the other day. And by the way, I can't say that definitively, by the way. I'm just literally pointing out what I've discovered myself and been told from very knowledgeable people. But that's the annoying thing. With all the spoofing that's going on, you can never say with 100% certainty anything. Which is why the whole spoofing situation is kind of fucked. And it's the reason why I don't really want to compete at the moment. I'm happy to watch. I'm happy to watch and try and catch some cheaters out. But what I have seen a lot recently, in regard to Bison's comment there, is the rut situation in public lobbies at the moment. It seems to be really bad. Like, really, really bad. People cranking up the roads on their bike and going and absolutely boofing public lobby races and MXB ranked races as well. So yeah, for all of you guys that do enjoy your casual and public stuff, like maybe you get home from work or school and you just want to have a bit of fun in some public lobbies, I do feel bad for you. I really, really do. One day, maybe. And to be fair, if it doesn't get fixed, then hopefully in... I mean, let's hope no longer than like 6 months, maybe, I don't know. Hopefully MTG will scratch a little bit of an itch that we might not have from this. But yeah, it is what it is. Paying $75 a month to cheat in a game like MX Bikes is kind of crazy work. I'll be honest with that. I mean, $75 a month to not even win is crazy work. And in whoever Davey actually is, who keeps changing their name, to not even get top 5, spending $75 a month is crazy work. Oh, Reed's choosing to go... Oh no, he's just teeing up a lap. Okay. Right. Reed's probably got... Well, if he crashes early, he'll have another attempt here, but this is basically his last attempt. So he's currently 1.2 off of Willie. The crazy thing is that, like, what's he at? He's at a mid 115 right now. That's still a really good lap time, but because of the quality of people we've got in here, it's actually nuts. Like, Aiden, the track creator, is in here right now, and he's not going to qualify with the lap time that he's currently got. I'm pretty sure we just take top... What is it? Oh, no, he should make it. He's top 40. It's top 40 that make it through to the night show, so he should be okay. Reed is one of the only people still rocking the Fantic as well, so he must be quite comfortable with the setup that he's got on it. No, it's not so much that 75 a month is a lot of money, but it's a lot of money to waste at being shit at a video game, if that makes sense. If you was spending it on maybe cheating on something like Call of Duty or CSGO, it might not be as bad. But on a game like MX Bikes, that only has a couple of thousand people, is actually crazy work. Like, you are awful at the game if you have to do that. There you go, right. Reed's final attempt. We'll stay on board with him to hopefully put on some pressure. See if he wads himself. He's going to quad in here, and actually he's just behind Aiden as well, so we kind of get to watch 2 laps at the same time. We'll see if the Dookie can put in a better lap time than he currently has. Paying to cure a skill issue is just bent. I mean, most games are technically paid to win these days, aren't they? Unless they're cosmetic stuff only. Oh, Aiden's not doing too well. He's doing his best Cooper Webb impression. He's jumping through there. He's just going to double, isn't he? Yep. Reed's going to try and triple pass him. This is a good comparison, actually. See what ends up being quicker. So Reed's line was quicker. He went triple, and then he just checked up and went on-off. He'd done the same as Cam. Probably going to go triple in here, then step onto this table. Step off. Step on again. Step off. Went a bit far. He can't step over. He comes up a bit short, but he scrubs over the landing, so he's fine. From what I've watched this lap, it has been a little bit sloppy. I would be surprised if he beat his lap time. Oh, you messed it up right at the end. There you go. Tyler, he was in the 114s before I changed server rack, so I don't know if he went better. But when I left, he was on a 114.8. So there's, again, a lot of fast boys in this race. Completely didn't even realise SPX performance, 1, 2, and 3 in that qualifying server. Are the cheaters using new GUIDs, or are they from actual players? I don't know. Well, I know they can generate new ones. I don't know if they can manually enter whatever they want at the moment. No idea. But yeah, they can create a new one whenever they want. To be fair, the method in it looks very, very straightforward and simple once you understand what's going on behind the scenes. It's not something that I'm at liberty to divulge, because it'll probably just make things worse. But the same way that they can change their GUID to whatever they want, I can then find out what Steam account is linked to that GUID they've made. And then 9 times out of 10, if you click on it and they're on a Steam account that's like blank with a question mark picture, it usually means that they are cheaters. So that's kind of how I've been finding people in the background at the moment. Tyler got into the 13s. Oh my goodness. That's crazy work. SPX suspension's goated for real, for real. Well, the suspension that I'm currently using is base SPX, and then I've changed just 1 or 2 clickers myself. And I'm vibing with it. I've always enjoyed SPX suspension for Supercross. Outdoors, I tend to just copy whatever Chase is running outdoors. So I kind of flip back and forth between things. We need to change this overlay to go from qualifying to heat race 1. Nice. And actually, because I've got my MXB open now, we can have a look at the heat race results. Damn, that was... Aiden, that was disgustingly quick how fast they just went up. Is that... Oh, no, it's not everybody. Ignore me. That is not every time, I don't think. I didn't see him put in a lap, but right now, Brado's actually gone quickest with a 13.3. Let me refresh this quickly. What's Chase's setup? I mean, I don't know how to answer that. Just want me to... I mean, he's got a lot of different setups, and there's lots of different clickers and settings. I can't remember off the top of my head. Right, is that everyone? This... No, it's not everybody yet. I'll wait another minute or two before I pop it up on stream. I got no idea if GUIDs are hijackable. Scary thought to think so. Maybe. Jake's asking if my MXB is down. Don't say that. I mean, my stuff is refreshing. But yeah, the like qualifying lists aren't updating yet. It's just got one. Well, it's got 2 qualifying servers worth of people on there. There's a sea of Yamahas, what I can see so far in the quality list, though. There's 2 Fantics in it. Yeah, my MXB might be having a little poo-poo right now. It's not updating everybody's times. It's just got 1 group's worth in it. Oh no, there we go. 1 more's been added on. This might be... You know what? If this is the final results that I'm looking at right now, Aiden has got the very last transfer spot. So, Brado up top with a 1:13.3. Tyler was second with a 13.6. Rax was third with a 14 flat. And then Chase was fourth with another 14 flat. And then Cam was top 5 with a 14.1. And then the final cut-off spot, Mr. RM450 himself, Aiden, slid his way in there. Good stuff, good stuff. Is this also going to include... Actually, 1 more person moves through because Kyrene here was Davey. Or whatever his actual name is, I've got no fucking clue. But Kyrene's banned, so he won't be racing. I think. I don't know how that works. If no, yeah, because then I suppose if he changes GUID again now, that GUID wouldn't be whitelisted for the server anyway, would it? So, yeah. Breezy made it through as well, see his name. Aqua's not a great qualifying from Aqua's, but he's still in regardless. Jake's in. Like Dizzle, Reed, Steiner. Where is the Jan? Yeah, Troy's in as well. So that means Mr. Tubo, Tuesday in it, bruv, will actually be promoted through into the heats. So nice. Good stuff. Close that. NSP. Not up just yet. I mean, if you do get a dead last start, it does make the comeback quite exciting to watch and commentate, Chase, so I wouldn't be upset by it. Yeah, they might be hijackable, to be fair, Bison. But let's say this as well. Even if they're not, even if you can't type in whatever you want and it just creates a new one every time, how the system works is there's something like 1 billion Steam accounts that exist. When they make a new GUID, it takes one of them billion Steam accounts and treats it as if that account's bought the game and that's their new UID. So say there's something like 100,000 people that have ever bought MX bikes. There is a chance that you could get 100,000 in 1 billion odds and pull one of them accounts. So yeah, there is a case. So if it's intentional or not to be hijackable, I don't know, but there could be the chance where they do pull someone's GUID anyway. I don't know if I'm wording that correctly, but it's how it be. Did you get top 40 there, Ocean? I didn't pay enough attention. Preying on your downfall isn't the right wording because I still want you to do well. But if you could do well whilst also making it an entertaining race, that would be even better. I actually don't know the answer to that question yet, Rax. There's a lot of ifs or buts or maybes on there. If the game is fixed in terms of the cheating problem, and if they are happy to let me commentate NA whilst Narvo is out of action, then I would stream myself racing EU and I would stream myself commentating NA. So there's a lot of ifs in there. We shall see. I think that the reason why I might not get the NA spot is it would obviously make more sense for an NA guy to commentate it. And if I did get it, there's that question mark as well of, because I ride in real life on occasion, I might not be able to do every single round of Supercross and then every single round of outdoors, because I wouldn't want to be staying up until, let's say, 4 AM on a night where I then had to get up at 5 or 6 AM to go racing or riding. So whilst I'd be able to do like 90% of the rounds, they might want someone that can 100% lock in and do 100% of the rounds, you know? And by no means would I ever give up riding in real life opportunity to commentate an MX Bikes race. Yeah, the chances are very, very low, but they're still there. There's still a chance. It still exists. What's your name on my MXB, Eminem? I feel like you might have had this same issue with you last week. Obviously, I have nothing to do with the hosting side of things. I'm just here to talk some rubbish whilst people race. Did I get your gear? Wait, did you send me? I haven't gone through the skins thread. So no, unfortunately, I haven't. I'll be honest, I haven't looked at that skins thread once. I've just been downloading what people have sent me in DMs. How many rounds? I think there's 12 in total. Let me double check. Where's Aiden? Where's Aiden in my DMs? There he is. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 12 rounds in total. So we're racing against next week. We're at Juventus Stadium in Italy. Then we've got a 1-week break. After that, we are then in Portugal and Daytona to finish us off. 12 rounds in total. So next week's round actually will be day 2 of our Donator-thon. I'll be commentating in that. So what I would do in that situation is what I'd done when we had to race Ariel during the last Donator-thon, was I'll pause the timer whilst I stream it, and then unpause it at the end, because, you know, I'd be streaming it normally anyway. You're going to have a kit for me next week. Oh, okay, cool. Nice. Yeah, Donator-thon starting on the 1st of November, Saturday. Saturday. I think it's going to be a shit show, to be honest, with all the cheating going on, because I can only ban people for one race at a time if they're up to no good. So if it does go horrifically wrong, I guess I'll just try and play other games for as long as it goes on for, which probably won't be very long, because I know people like making me suffer for MX Bikes for a really long time. Before this stream started, I watched the Indian Supercross this year. Completely opposite of last year. So last year it was like they was riding on ice because the track was so dry. And this year they were riding on ice because it was so muddy and wet. It actually rained. Right, who have we got in this lobby then? We have got Brado, Rax, Cam, Willy, Splash, JS7, Ashton, Steiner. That's like 6-ish people that can win a race already straight away. Gonna re-rack them. Looks like we had a jump start. Did we get a jump start or did he start it early? Does anyone know? Hang on. You know the original, the actual official MX Bikes stats page on the Poboso website? Is that still boofed or does that work? Still fucked. Yeah, imagine my shock. I was just going to say, so you know obviously in-game everybody's got this MMR going on? Well, Davey had an MMR of like 1166. So, if the MX Bike stat page was still working, because it doesn't update or hasn't updated in months, we could see what his name used to be before he started boofing his GUID. So then we can find out who it is that keeps just changing their name and stuff. Very interesting. MMR, I think it's... Yeah, matchmaking rank? Yeah, something like that. Because if it's like SBMM, it's skill-based matchmaking, isn't it? So yeah, it makes sense for it to be matchmaking something. But with this in-game number, it freezes for months at a time. Just when MX Bikes gets updated and stuff, it completely breaks each time. So, yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. Right, we're going to re-rack them. Why have I got my speed on? Let's turn that off. Nice. We've got some fast boys in here. Cam probably not going to be happy that Brado's got the inside gate, because in this situation, Brado could use his ping to his advantage. If he gets a little bit of a good jump here, he can just push everybody out. This does look like a bit of a techie first corner. Wondering what the collisions are going to be like on these two barrels here, because people are 100% going to be riding through it. It's going to be an interesting one. Like, a lot of people are going to get pushed out wide and then go through the stadium. And I'm hoping that there's an invisible barrier here stopping people from falling off the map. Let's see how it goes. Oh, we love MX Bikes, don't we? People just disappearing all the time. Is Brado gone, or is it... It might just be laggy. I'm hoping it's... Yeah, it's laggy. Cam got a great start. Splash going to cut the nose off, though. He did get there first, and Splash is going to come out with your whole shot. Splash has been getting some really good starts recently. I think these boys were confused on where to go then for a second, because the way that these tyre tracks go, I thought they went into this berm. So Splash did have the lead, but then he went down. We're straight into a whoop section as well. I'm just going to let the game kind of load everybody in. So Splash is out in front after all. So, and a nice comfortable lead. He's got like 3 seconds on the field already by 2 corners in. We've then got Moser on the Aptos machine, somebody that I've never seen before as well, so that might be one to keep an eye out on, see if there's any suspicious activity going on there. He's going to work his way through into P2. We've then got Rax making the pass up the inside on Mr. JS7, with Willie rounding us out in the top 5. We've then got Ellum, who is somebody else I've never seen before in P6, so we might keep an eye out on that. We've got Marley, and then we've got Cam here as well. I think Cam might have gone down in turn 1, getting his nose chopped off by Splash. But he's already rebounding, he's already in a transfer spot. So it's just going to be a case for him of gaining as many positions as possible to get a good gate selection for that main event. It's been confirmed Gregory is free palms. Yeah, I basically told you that already anyway. So that was weird when I got told it, and I was like, well, that doesn't make sense, because free palms is decent at the game, but Gregory couldn't scrub to save his life, so I don't know what's going on there. Willie's going to jump his way past Mr. JS7 now as well, and Rack's already up into that number 2 spot, so he's now going to try and set his sights on Splash, who already has a 5.5 second lead. Lovely stuff. Ashton's up here as well, just outside of a transfer spot. So is Mr. Steiner. Dorian going up the inside of Kyler. Wait, we got a Sten and a Steiner. Okay, I need to make sure that I don't get those two confused. We've got Reed with an awful start. Reed, someone who was complimenting his own starts in SMX. So to see him this far back off the start of this race already, not great. And he tried wheeling into the start of them whoops, and he dropped the front wheel in the wrong place. That's going to mess him up completely. So he's going to be losing even more time. Splash out in front right now, though. Does tag the back end, which is going to mess up the rest of the rhythm section for him. This one rhythm section right here is going to gain or lose people a lot of time throughout the course of the night. It's all going to be who can hit their marks consistently. Very, very difficult to downside every jump smoothly. Rex pushing the front wheel over the berm. That's going to enable Willie to pull alongside him. Willie is going to have the inside into this next corner. And he's nicer. He could have dived right up the inside, but no, he gives Splash a little bit of room. Everybody's using to triple their way into this corner. This could be quite a sketchy one to try and downside correctly. Very easy to overjump it. Got Cam coming in. Oh, Cam gets it perfect over the finish line there. So he's going to come through into P6. Just want to watch Mr. Mosa for a second, because again, someone that I've never seen before. So for him to be doing this well, obviously I don't want to place blame where it's not meant to be, but just have to, you know, make sure. Oh, he does get a bit sketchy through the whoops, though. Somehow keeps it up on 2 wheels. Does not go down. He loses a little bit of time to Mr. JS7, who's just behind him, but he's still going A-OK. Hello, Lucas. Welcome to the stream. Cam's hitting his marks through here as well, just quadding and then doubling his way through. Check quickly. That is a really, really low MMR to be doing this well in a race. I'm just going to be completely honest with you. Anyway, Rex is closing up. I'm not sure if it's through raw pace or if he's running faster lap times right now than Splash is, but he's down to 3.5 seconds. So he's making moves. He's making moves indeed. Do you want to know, this is the thing that pisses me off about this whole cheating situation, is because you could genuinely just have people that are having a good race or getting better, and you have to be suspicious of it. You know, you can't just be like, yeah, he's clean, or yeah, he's cheating. That's the annoying thing from all this. Oh, Rex is gaining in a hurry as well. And I can see these whoops are already starting to get a bit choppy, and they're only something like 3, maybe 4 laps deep in this race. I'm hoping the main event is going to cause some very, very interesting racing. That seems very... I can't think of the right word for it now. Coincidental? Yeah, very coincidental there, Travis, I'll be honest. But I've never even heard of him under his own name either. Under his old name. No idea who that is. So yeah, for him to be doing this well is... I'm not going to point any fingers too early. I mean, on sections like this, where it's just a straight line, it's not like he's gaining time on these boys in a straight line, which would kind of give away any extra speed. So I think he might just be doing all right so far. My camera work has got so much better than when I first started commentating, by the way. I can just follow people perfectly with the free roam camera. Keep them in the middle of the screen the whole time. Yeah, everybody choosing to go onto that left side. What's going to happen in the main event is... I mean, you can see already. Look at this hole that's forming in the ground here. What will happen is that will fill up this entire left side, so people just won't be able to take it anymore. They'll start getting really, really weird kicks. Let's zoom our way forwards and see what's going on at the front of the pack. I mean, is he going to lead from flag to flag, is the question. Splash got the whole shot, and he's had a fairly comfortable lead ever since. He's been between that 3 and maybe 5-ish second mark. Rex doing his thing in P2. Got a nice split so far by the looks of it. People going inside or outside here. What about the rest of them? So Willie has just overtaken that P3 spot. Mosa is in 4th and Cam in 5th. So Cam's been making some good moves. He's going to try and get around Mr. Mosa and see how it goes. Yeah, it definitely takes time to really start competing with these fast boys. But then, I mean, Mosa did just he got a good start, and he is making some mistakes here and there. You can see he is human. Cam railed that corner up on the pegs. That was quite impressive. You see, that's the thing with these corners now as well, is as the rough comes in, these boys can really, really rail it fast. It does kind of take away the need, really, of trying to cut down or pass people. You can just rail around the outside everywhere. But there might get to a point where the outside comes a little bit too beaten up, so then you have to change your line slightly. So Cam is chilling in that P4 spot, Mosa in P5. Hang on. The conspiracy theory deepens, because Travis said he was in a call with Mosa. Travis's last name is Mossa. Has he just taken his last name and changed the spelling slightly and it's Travis on an alt? And he's typing at the same time as playing? Playing with his toes while typing with his hands, question mark. Brado, not on an amazing run so far. He's not in a transfer spot right now whilst being your fastest qualifier. You get absolutely all kinds of sideways in the whoops. Holy. And I don't know if Brado's just been a bit absent from the game recently. He won... I mean, you guys confirm. How many races in a row in Supercross did Brado win? There's something like 6, something like that, something crazy. So the man knows his way around a stadium. But yeah, not a great race for him so far. Again, could just be struggling to pass people with those ping issues. Steiner... doing Steiner things. That's... I mean, we'll watch the edit that he makes by the end of the night, seeing what went wrong. But not in a transfer spot either. We do have Ellum. Again, somebody that I have no idea who Ellum is. He is currently chilling in that final transfer spot, although he has got Ika. Someone else that I've never seen before. But if you remember last week, Davey, who got banned, had Evoke in his name, and now Ika now also has Evoke in his name. I'll be honest, boys, I really hate this whole cheating situation, because now I'm just looking at everybody with a magnifying glass rather than just taking in the race and enjoying it. What it might change, though, is on this very last lap, Rax is right on the booty cheeks of Splash. Splash must have had a really, really bad lap here. Rax is going to go up the inside. Splash going to check up. Oh, an aggressive move! I mean, nobody went down. You kind of got to respect it. Splash heads up, looked over his shoulder, slammed on the brakes, went up the inside of Rax there. And as long as he doesn't go down in this last corner, Splash is going to hold on to that lead. Perfect. Perfect triple there. I mean, Rax will take the cuts. That's an interesting way to get over the finish line. Willie is in a bit of a... I mean, I was going to say lonely P3. He's got people just behind him. Mosa's just there. Ocean's there as well. Did Cam drop a spot? Oh, no, I think there might be cuts coming into play here, actually. We'll see what happens. Cam choosing to not triple into this corner anymore, and he is losing time by doing that. I'm just wondering if he might have messed it up once or twice during the heat. And now he's just saying it's safer to go on this right-hand side. So Cam will actually lose the spot to Ocean there towards the end. I don't know where Ocean came from, but he finishes P4. Then we've got J7 in 6th. Mosa dropped down to P7. Dorian in P8. And Ellum gets your final transfer spot there into P9. So everyone from Kyla all the way down to Marley will be going through to your LCQ. And I just want to show... So because some of these sections here are so high speed, when the bikes hit the jump, the forces going through the ground are so much greater. So the erode is going to cause some really wonky stuff. You see, this is already starting to dig down quite deep here, where Cam was hitting it. On the left side, it's also starting to get a bit choppy. There's a couple of bumps up the face here. Maybe that's why Cam changed his line. The outsides in these corners, I guarantee these boys are getting so cranked over and just hitting it pinned. Like, it actually looks really enjoyable. A little bit sad that I'm not out there competing myself. This, however, does not look enjoyable. You do not want your front wheel to hit that, because you are going to bounce to the absolute moon. Going to be crazy stuff. LCQ going to be stacked. I mean, yeah, in this one heat race alone, we're going to have Steiner, Brado, Davey, Ashton, Reed, and Dizzle all in the LCQ. So I would expect all of them to make it through, but obviously they can't. So that's heat race number 1 done. How stacked is heat race number 2 then, if heat race number 1 had that many heavy hitters not going through? Do I like the tech over the finish? It was certainly something. It was certainly something. Who got banned last week? Technically nobody, because they can just change their GUID and come back again. But the names were Davey and Gregory. But then the names will be different for this week anyway if they try to do it again. That's the issue that we got at the moment, is you can only ban people kind of once and then they can just come back again the next day if they wanted to. It is what it is. It is what it is. But you got 4 seconds of cuts for that. I thought it would only be like 1 because you just missed... I don't know. I thought it would just be 1. You missed the 1 corner. Troy better make the main. Troy made it last week, didn't he? It was the week before that he didn't. Boy's only got 800 MMR. That shows how long this has all been boofed for. Troy almost has the highest MMR in this lobby, which is kind of crazy work. There was a period of time where I had high 1,800, low 1,900. Back when I was absolutely fucking the competition back in 2022. And then it all went downhill when Hurls decided to get really, really good, and then Skills was popping off in the same year in 2023. It all went in the bin. This series is very stacked, I agree. I think that's what Aiden wanted to achieve originally by having no separate classes and no separate regions, just bundling everybody into one group. And at the start of the year, it didn't really work. But for whatever reason, the last, let's say 3 rounds specifically, everybody's been signing up for them. Everybody. Like, they've been so busy. So Tyler could win, Chase could win, Jake could win, Rush could win if he gets the whole shot because his pace is a little bit off, but his consistency is quite good. Breezy cannot win. Troy cannot win. I'm sorry, Troy. Actually, that's it. Yeah, 5 people in one heat race that can win. That's pretty damn good. We'll see who makes it through and who doesn't. Yeah, only top 9, Kyler. So you'll be going through to the LCQ, where it'll be top 4 in the LCQ after that. I am indeed saying Breezy hasn't got it, yeah. Is Boca a sus name? Funny thing is, I thought that as well, but he's chilling in this chat, so maybe not, maybe not. Right, where is... I mean, let's see if he's in the pits. I can see Troy's bike, I can see Tyler's gear, I can see Aiden's bike. I can see Nate's bike. I think this is his... Yeah, that's his nation skin. Decent stuff. I can't see Vixen F stuff because I just don't think I downloaded it. My bad. I thought I did. I'm not mod at all. There's no point saying wait in here. It's not down to me. Brado's got to go. Was there a little bit of a ping issue going on there, Mr. Reed? Brado might think that you have to go. You know, it works both ways. That's Mr. 2025 450 NA Supercross champ that you're talking to right there, buddy. Where's your credentials? What happened to these hole shots that you were pulling all the time, Reed? Where have they gone? I thought you had the start tech down. Has anyone ever been to the FedEx... Is it FedEx Field? Yeah. Anyone ever been to the FedEx Field IRL? Does that look pretty damn good? Is that what it looks like? I think Aiden spends something like a couple of $100 per stadium that you see on these tracks, so I'm hoping that he makes that back in shop sales. He should do. He should do. When will an NSP SMX Bikes Academy release? I actually don't know. I haven't even decided on what I want it to do on next, to be honest. You're saying it doesn't look like the stadium? I'm pretty sure it's meant to be an almost one-to-one record. Obviously, inside it will look different. You have to... I mean, outside will look different as well, because he buys it and it looks a certain quality, but then you have to go in and basically dumb the models down so they're less detailed to work well in MX bikes. You have to make it basically as low resolution as possible. Resolution is the best word I can use for people that might not know. So that's the reason why the seats, for example, are literally just squares. Because if you're sat down here riding around, they look like seats. But obviously, when you get up close and personal, they're a bit different. But you have to dumb everything down in this game as much as you can to make it run well. Should have put the track in the White House. I'm not sure if they'll be okay with that. Should I show you little track maker's secrets as well? Look at that. So because how MX Bikes works, you only have one light source. The light is directly above the stadium, but then to make things brighter or darker, you have to basically put a picture here. So I think it's anything that's white, the light doesn't shine through, and then anything transparent it does. So you'll be the bits that are on the track are lighter than the bits that have shadows, basically. I don't know, it's hard to explain. But anyway, right, revs are up. Who's going to get the whole shot in race number 2? We probably won't know because the bikes will probably disappear. And we got a red flag. I think it was Vixnev got a jump start there, so we're going to re-rack them already. We'll go back above the map again. Yeah, so how it works is, so this white bit here would be a tough block, and then you see the slightly less opaque, the bit more transparent each side, that is the shadow that is being cast. So he's manually adding these shadows in on top. I do not speak Sukabliet Serov, Timothy, so I have no idea what you're saying, sir. I apologise, no idea. So you can see, like, here on this bow, it's got this little bit of shadow here on the ground. That is caused by what you've just seen up in the sky. Caused by this. So yeah, cool. Cool little track building knowledge there for you guys. Right. We've got a lone Fantic in this lobby as well, Mr. Tubbo, that made it through as the last person. Hello, Liam. Welcome. Who's he going to be then? Now we've re-racked him. Who's going to get a good jump? I do see a Linda launch. I think that was Breezy Linda launch in there. And it's actually going to work out for him. I think Breezy's going to get the whole shot unless he gets yeeted. Who's going to come out on top? It is Breezy as well. I'm sorry, I need to rewind that, if it will let me. I need to see if that actually was a Linda launch. I don't think it's banned in this series, but just have to check. He is. He's cheating. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Right, let's go back to the racing. Sorry about that. Who's going to lead through? It's still Breezy out in the lead. Lovely stuff. I love that there's something in this game banned with my name in it. I don't know why. I just love being a piece of MX Bikes history. W. Why is the background all black? Firstly, 2025. It can be whatever colour it wants. Secondly, go fuck yourself, Leo. Thirdly, I don't know. I think it's just because it's nighttime. Obviously, it looks like nighttime sky rather than there being any weird stuff in the background. It is what it is. Yeah, Breezy's still going to lead us through. Oh, now I see. Now I see why Leo's popping up in chat. He's sponsored Breezy randomly. Okay, now I see. I mean, back your boys. Back your boys if you want to. But yeah, I doubt he'd be saying that if he didn't have his name in his name. Right, Boy in second, Chase in third. So Chase has the good start that he was hoping for. Stargame in fourth with Nate in fifth, Submac in sixth, Vixnev in seventh after causing that first race restart. Good start for him. And oh, he's lagging his titties off. So Aquas is probably going to be a little bit scared to try and make a pass. Oh my goodness, if he's lagging for me, that must be crazy for Aquas right now. I kind of want to see what develops out of this. If I was in Aqua's position right now, my bummer would be puckered, but it's alright. Vixnev made a mistake at the end of the whoops. So he's all Gucci. Chase has made the pass on Boy as Breezy goes down. Is he going to keep the lead? Chase goes up the inside. Breezy playing it smart there, not trying to force the issue, just letting Chase have the spot and keeping up on two wheels, so he'll stay in a good position. And he's actually going to lose the position to Boy as well now, actually. So, I mean, Boy's having some pretty damn good results these last 3 weeks, I want to say. He's had some really good qualifying. His main events haven't always been amazing, to be fair, but qualifying and heat races have been pretty damn good, so hopefully he can convert that into a good main event tonight. So, you know, Chase is going to lead them guys through. I would be surprised if Chase didn't win this heat race. Nate doing very well also. He's in P5 right now. The only KTM in this race. So I always like people that ride the less commonly used bikes. I know KTM is still a fairly popular one, but compared to the amount of Yamahas that we have in this race, it's nice seeing Aiden. He's somehow in a transfer spot on the Dookie again. Aiden actually managed to put the Dookie into P4 in last week's heat race to make his way through. And Troy is going to be the man to see if he can take that position away from him. I'm going to follow Troy for a little bit here and see if he can do exactly that. Well, Aqua's got a bit of a sketchy run towards the end of the whoops. He still gets the jumps out all right. Doesn't manage to quad out before the whoops, though. Troy tagging a back wheel there also. Didn't stay on top of them whoops too well, but he still made pretty good pace through there. Didn't get checked up too much. Oh, Aiden almost jumping into the back of Aqua's there as Aqua's trying to scrub side to side to save as much time as possible. We've got a big old train going on here. Submac leading the way. Submac is into P5 right now, just in front of Mr. Stargame. Most of these guys looking like they're hitting the same rhythm. Actually hugging that inside at the start of the rhythm, going step on off. A little bit of a difference here at the end. Vixnev with a good run. He's going to try and go up the inside of Stargame, and he does. He moves himself up into P6. Troy and Aiden running very, very similar speeds right now by the looks of it. And you can already see that a road is starting to come in as well. I always like watching the final transfer spot just to see how it changes. Let me hop into the main cameras so I haven't got to follow these boys around the whole time. W Aiden, by the way, for actually making cameras for me to watch on. Don't give him commentator's curse. Who specifically? Who specifically? If we're talking about Troy, Troy makes his own luck. He doesn't need me to say anything. Stargame making a mistake in the whoops, though. Oh, these guys are so close together. Have a look at the timing right now. So Nate through to Aiden, 4 seconds. So third through to ninth, 4 seconds. That's very, very close. So one mistake from any of these guys can see them falling out of a transfer spot. The Jan has made his way through. Oh, Breezy going down. A very aggressive block pass from Breezy there. I'm not sure if that was intentional or if he was just a little bit unaware, but he does end up going down anyway because of it. So Troy's gained like 3 positions, maybe 4 in the space of a third of a lap, not even half of a lap. I'm going to go back into the free roam camera. I'm just a little bit overstimulating watching all these boys right now. Aiden also up here in a transfer spot as well. We'll have a look at the timing as they all hit the finish line. Boy chilling in a P2. He's 4 seconds back behind Chase right now with Nate in P3. No, Vixnev is in P3. Okay, just oceanic ping things. Oh my... Blood is teleporting. Nate's bouncing on it crazy style. You know what, boys? The best way of cheating in this game is to be from Oceania because nobody could tell. Because they can't see where you are anyway. Nate was in P3 for a second, but he's going all kinds of wild on it now. So Vixnev moved up into that P3 spot. Troy... I think Troy's just moved up into 5th? He's gone from 10th to 5th in the space of a lap, which is pretty damn impressive. And Aquas is just going to slot in just behind him. Nate's ping still doing crazy work, so Aiden's going to be the one, unfortunately, that has to try and sit behind this. We got... Oh, I completely forgot Tyler was in this race as well. So Tyler must have had a very, very stinky start. He's fighting for his life, trying to get back into a transfer spot for this main event. They've got a minute plus 1 lap left to go. Tyler done a very good job there at keeping his speed on that inside, so he's going to have a good momentum through this, which means he's going to be able to hit the same lines, but be able to stay a little bit lower than Breezy can. And Breezy has the inside in his next corner. Is he going to keep it clean? He does. He just filters in behind TJ. Nice clean race in there. So now Tyler's going to be up into a spot as well. I think the Jan made a little bit of a mistake there, but nothing to worry about at all. He should still be fine. Vixnev getting a bit sketchy before the finish. He's going to come up a bit short. Is Troy going to land on him? Oh my god. I think Troy's bumhole might have been puckered a little bit there. So these boys have about 1.5 laps left to go. Chase doing his own thing out in front. He is 8.6 seconds clear of Boy, who's had a very quiet P2 ride, actually. No dramas to worry about. Just put himself there early on. He's doing his thing, getting a good result in. I mean, he impressed me quite a lot in this year's MXGP season. And then he's just been off of it a little bit indoors. But for the last 3 rounds, he's been a different player. So he must have put in a shift and been grinding. Submac, a really good result for him in this heat race so far. He's in P3. He's going to be very, very happy. Troy up into P4 now. He's having a great comeback ride here. Although, speaking of comeback, he has got Tyler all over his back. So hopefully these two can make it clean on each other and not cause any issues. Knowing Troy, I have a feeling he might see that it's Tyler there and just, if Tyler tries to shove a wheel up the inside, he'll just let him have it without fighting too much. Probably better to give up 1 position than crash and risk losing 2, 3, maybe 4. We've then got Aquas. He's up in a transfer spot as well, with quite a lot of cuts, actually, by the looks of it. Jake up here as well. Jake's managed to make a bit of a comeback ride. He's through into a transfer spot. We've got the 2 people with crazy ping right now, battling for one of these last spots. Where's Aiden? There's Aiden. So he's in 11th. Does Tyler have, like... How many cuts has Tyler got? Tyler's all the way up here, but it shows him being back around Aiden's level. So Tyler has to get a bit of a move on here, because he's in the right spot on the track. But when timing's at its say, He is out of a spot right now. Jake getting all kinds of sideways through the whoops. Tyler moving to the left. He stays out of the way of the carnage there. Jake going to barely keep her up on 2 wheels. Chase actually lost a bunch of time. He must have gone down on that last lap because Boy is basically half that lead. We'll follow Chase through to the finish line. No, we won't. That's boring. Let's watch these last boys fighting for it. Submax in 3rd. Troy still in 4th. Aquas has moved up to 5th from Tyler's mistake in 6th. Jake in 7th. Vixnev in 8th. Nate in 9th. So we actually do have a little bit of a battle here for this last transfer spot. And Breezy has gone from whole shot in this race to retiring from it. So Breezy's going to be going through to the LCQ. Not ideal there from the youngster. I liked your finish line jump. I didn't see your finish line jump, Ika. There you go. Chase is going to win that. Boy is going to be 2nd. Submac will go across in 3rd. Great result for him. Aqua's in 4th. Troy will get grabbing a little second to cuts there in 5th. Tyler in 6th. But again, cuts could come into play. Vixnev cutting the inside as well. So Tyler gets 7th. Stargame gets 8th. Nate gets 9th. And somehow Jake drops back to a P10. And Aiden doesn't make it through either. I'm seeing a lot of people going inside the bales here. I'm guessing it's not intentional. I think this rut might be hooking people to the left as they're trying to scrub it. I mean, you can kind of see it does, like it looks that direction. So yeah, not intentional stuff. That is heat race number 2 done. Nate, your last person to make it through in that one. So, in this next LCQ, we've got Brado, we've got Steiner. I can't remember the rest from Heat Run. But then we've got Jake, we've got Braden, we've got Aiden. Breezy, if he gets another very good stop. Oh, Moose, welcome. Welcome to the stream, buddy. I have not seen your name in a hot minute. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Nice. Good heat race 2 there. This LCQ is going to be so stacked, by the way. Boy says he was riding like shit. Boy, you came 2nd, only 3.5 seconds behind the lead. I thought that was a pretty solid ride. Hello, Azzy. Welcome to the stream. Oh, I might have said it wrong. Lacking. What I meant was, if you are going to cheat, it's better to be from Oceania, because you'll be lagging so hard on everybody else's screen, they won't be able to tell that you're cheating. I wasn't saying that people from Oceania cheat most. That wasn't what I was saying. I might have worded that wrong. It was meant to be a little light-hearted joke. A little hee-hee-ha-ha. A little funny. Nothing wrong with that though, Jake. I quite like these longer rhythm sections that you have to be precise in. It just means you have to get it right, or you lose a bunch of time. But then at the same time, I do find with the scaling that Aiden's got right here, maybe less so on this track in particular, because every track ride's different, just based on the layout. A lot of the tracks, if you do pace a rhythm slightly, you can like hit a double, for example, but then you can get back into rhythm after that. Like you can then triple and triple and then maybe quad. You can get back into some sort of a rhythm. Yeah, you have disappointed me so far today, Chase. Hopefully we can turn that around for the main event and we get another P20 to like P3 performance, same as last week. Right, as I'm sinking in here to the LCQ, I'm going to go to the little commentator's room because I've been holding in a P and I'm going to bust. So BRB. I knew there would be one gyat. There's always a gyat. Okay, to be fair to the people that don't practice their starts, this track in particular does have, I would say, one of the more confusing starts if you haven't done it before. Hang on a second. 3 new sets of kecks have just dropped. If you want some motocross underwear, please go to kecks.com and use code LINS. Thank you very much. Lovely stuff. Am I commentating SWMX? I had no idea it was a thing. Who's creating the tracks? And who's hosting the series? Because I'll be honest, I'm quite selective on what I like to commentate. If it's like Ariel, or it's someone like Aiden, who I've known for a very, very long time, then I'm all for it. But if it's one of the many, many, many hundreds of my MXB series, I'm usually not that into it. I'm well, thank you, Coro. Welcome to the stream. Let's go. JMX hosting. Yeah, that's a new one for me. I've got no idea. Dizzle in the LCQ for the first time this season. Is it really his first time? I mean, Dizzle knows that I like him because he's putting in a performance for the uncles of the community, being the ripe old age of, I think he's like 28 or something like that. But at the same time, to make it through to the main event, he has to beat Steiner, he has to beat Jake, he has to beat Brado, he has to beat Rush, he has to beat Linda Launch Breezy. He has to beat... I mean, this might be the first LCQ that Braden's gone to as well. Apparently Reed has hidden start tech, which didn't work for him in the heat race, but if it works for him in the LCQ, Reed will be right up there. Aiden is basically Mr. Consistency, so Aiden could also get it done. This is not an easy LCQ. This is not an LCQ I would want to be in. Only one so far, probably, but it's somebody that got banned last week as well. So, technically no new ones. At least no obvious ones that we can just say without a doubt. Yeah, this is a busy LCQ. I hope Aiden makes it through as well. I mean, if you're not rooting for the one guy on a Suzuki, I don't know what you're doing wrong. Definitely got to be a people's champ. I think you might have selective hearing today, Reed. I definitely mentioned you. I said if your good starts work for this, then you can be up there. Oh, we got a little Mexico Nations bike. I will say, obviously I've not seen all of them all the time, but anytime I tune into one of Chase's streams, whoever ends up making the charged gear and bikes, he usually does look quite fresh. I imagine it's quite hard to make the Mexican flag and Mexican colours look good on a bike. But it's not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Let's have a look at Mr. Suzuki on the Daddy Daycare Suzuki. Very nice. Oh damn, we're already going. Revs are up. Hang on, is there a... Just checking for any launches of the Linda variety. Breezy was doing it. Didn't work as well that time. He might have started it too early and heated up the back tyre too much. Jake going to sneak up the inside. Does he get around the left clean as well? He does. Brado got into the back of him a little bit. He had to check up, so that messes up his whoop section. But Jake out in front early on. He's going to be very, very happy with that start. We've got Woodland in P2. Rush in P3. Going to jump over his head. Dizzle with the good start as well. Old man Dizzle is going to try and go up the inside of Woodland into this next left-hander. He does so. He's going to check. Oh, he tries tripling from the inside. He barely survives that. I'm not going to lie, I was scared for him there. I thought he was going to come up way too short. So there we go, that's your top 3. We've then got Tubbo. I thought it was... Is he typed his name wrong on MXB mods? Or my MXB? Because I swear it was Turbo. He's going to go down, though, and Aiden, unfortunately, gets into the back of him. That is going to put these two way, way down the order, which is not what you want at the start of an LCQ. We'll zoom our way forwards here. So we've got a Reed in P5 right now. So this is the battle that you're going to be looking for the final transfer spot. You want Aiden's skin so bad? I don't think you needed to clarify his bike skin. Are you going to cut him up and wear his face? Oh no, Tubbo's gone down again. That was a weird crash to have by yourself. I feel like someone might have yeeted him there. He kind of looks both ways before crossing the road there as he tries rejoining. So he's gone from a transfer spot to basically dead last in the space of less than a lap. Not ideal. Dizzle right now, old man on the sticks, P2. Might have crippling arthritis, but he's getting the bike through the whoops. A-OK. Front wheel a little bit high into the face of that jump. He still gets it done though. Just barely cases the quad out, but he's up on 2 wheels. Rush in P3. HW and Reed getting into it out on the quad out. Reed not going to be happy with that. He was fuming at Braid. Oh, it's an interesting track entry from Reed there. He's probably going to collect a fair few seconds of cuts there. That would not be where I would have chosen to rejoin the track. Anyway, that is going to give... Hang on, I need things to settle down here just to make sure I know where I'm at. Where's HW gone? Did he crash? He did crash again. So that is going to move Brado up into that P4 spot. Your 2025 NA Supercross champion, looking to try and get his way through into the main event. You'd expect him to get there with his credentials and his previous performances, but he didn't have an amazing heat race. I think he just got caught up in a bit of drama, but he is in the final transfer spot right now and he has a comfortable lead behind him. So these boys are really going to have to try and put a bit of work in. Steiner is in a good spot right now though. He's in 6th. Going to see if he can make the move on Kyler. Kyler unfortunately finished, I believe it was 10th in his heat race. So missed out by 1 spot. Steiner gets into the back of him. I know on Steiner's screen he got into the back of him. On my screen he didn't, but I know what MX Bikes is like. So that's going to put Steiner further down. Not great for him at all. Reed has already hit the retire button. Reed not happy. I imagine I will see him in my chat in about 5 seconds. Unhappy with how the night's gone. Aiden going to try his best to see if he can have a comeback ride, but I mean he's down in P11 right now. He has a lot of room in front of him that he has to try and catch up. Still busting out quads on the Suzuki, which is very impressive to me. Dizzle has somehow taken the lead of this LCQ. Him and Rush have actually both passed Jake, so Jake must have made a mistake. And just as I give him the commentator's curse, Dizzle is going to make a mistake and go back into 2nd place now. Jake's still up in 3rd though, so he won't be panicking too much just yet. Brado catching up a little bit. Brado could very well win this LCQ. He's in with a chance of it. We've still got 3.5 minutes plus 1 lap left to go. Kyler is in your 5th spot. Ika in 6th. Steiner still going in 7th. Still looking to try and race forward. Aiden's moved his way up into 8th as of the last lap. And then for most of these boys back here, I unfortunately think it might be a little bit too late. HW retiring from another race. Cannot remember the last time I saw him finish a race in this game, but one day it will happen. Oh, Ika making a great pass up the inside of Kyler there. I'm not sure if Kyler made a mistake or what, but actually that right side that Ika just hit didn't seem to slow him down too much. Oh, commentator's curse again. But good alternative line. I like seeing people taking different lines, especially on Supercross tracks. It is not something that you see too often. Aiden now going to see if he can make a pass on Ika. He's going to try and move to the right-hand side. He's getting a bit sketchy through the whoops, and Aiden goes down. That's probably going to be the end of his night, unfortunately. The People's Champ might not be making it through. We've got Rash? Oh, Jesus Christ. Rush and Dizzle still going at it. And this is basically exactly as they ran last lap in this spot of the track as well. But I do hear Brado over my right shoulder. So I do think Brado is getting even closer to these boys. Great scrub from Dizzle there to the end of that rhythm section. He stayed super low. Choosing not to follow the rut all the way around there, which I think could actually be costing him time at this point. I think the roughs are the perfect spot right now where you do want to follow it around the whole corner just to keep your bike locked in. And as I say that, Jake had a faster turn there. Oh, Brado. How has Brado kept that up on 2 wheels? That is MX Bike's magic if ever I've seen it. That's 2 lines coming together there. Brado tripled into the corner. Jake just doubled in and Brado ran right into the back of him. Does keep it upright though, so he's still going to stay into that P4 spot, and he has a big gap behind him. He's got about 7 seconds. back to Kyler here. So unfortunately, I think Kyler might be coming up one position short in both the heat race and the LCQ. Signer into that P6 position. He's going to try and make more moves forwards. Zari, Zaddy, either of them, whatever his name is, of the Ramen Co machine. He's back in P7, so not ideal there either. Any changes in this top four? Exactly the same as it was here last lap. Brado has now made the move on Jake. Jake might be getting a little bit nervous on the sticks right now. We started with the whole shot. He's dropped from first to second to third to fourth. He does have about 5 seconds of breathing room over Kyler in P5 though. So he just has to try and hit his marks. That's all he has to do. Do like that he's got the Hunter Lawrence number 96 font at the same time. That is going to be Jake's number for next year. He earned a career number last year, so he gets to choose whatever number he wants, and he's gone for the number 96. Not to be confused with the number 96 man on the... Where is he? Oh, Aiden's retired as well. Never mind. We've got a lot of retirees from this race. I was going to show you Aiden's number 96 in here as well. I'll be honest, this LCQ might be settled. It might be done. I mean, the top four are so far away from everybody else. Jake and Brado going at it right now, seeing if which one can get a one better gate pick, start on gate 21 rather than gate 22. I mean, Kyler is still there. Oh, as Brado goes down, is he going to get a good respawn? The bike does face the right way. He's a very, very lucky man. That could have been a much more costly... Bibbidi-bop. I'm the scat man. Could have been a much more costly crash than he actually had. So, I mean, Kyler is there. It's not impossible, but there is only one more lap left to go once they hit the finish line next time round. Just has to keep her up on 2 wheels. Now, you're still the people's champion, though, Aiden, rocking up on the banana every week. There was a universe where you could still get it done today. It was very, very close. Just some unfortunate crashes as well. Got caught up with Tubbo at the beginning. We're going to see him across the line here. Dizzle. Oh, keeper on the track. Is he going to get over that finish line? He might come up a bit short. Yeah, he tags the back end. He's fine, though. Rush still slotting in there. Jake has now caught back up to the back of these two. So Brado's going to go across the line now. Where's Kyler? I think Kyler must have made some mistakes. I don't see that happening, unfortunately. He is 9 seconds behind Brado. So unless Brado shits the bed or the wheels fall off or he runs out of fuel, any of them scenarios. He does mess up before the whoops, though. He gets another good respawn. This man is being blessed by Paboso right now. If that was me, my bike could be rolling off through the stadium. I'd do a complete 180 at the last second and face the wrong way. The MX Bike's gods are blessing him. They're just pushing Brado through to this main event. We'll follow him through since it's the last lap and he's your last transfer spot. What is it with these Aussies making me look up to the sky with how high their ping's sending them? This is the oceanic experience, by the way. I'm convinced if I was from Australia or New Zealand, I don't think I would be able to play this game competitively. It's crazy what you guys have to deal with. I feel so sorry for you. I mean, he's lagging. I'm hoping that his sectors are going to count. Like, he's lagging that bad. So, Rush is going to win this LCQ. Jake gets through in second. Dizzle choking the lead, going back down to third on the last lap. And Brado is going to finish in fourth there, your final spot. So, unfortunately for Kyler, he was 1 position off in his heat race. He's going to be 1 position off again in this LCQ. Hopefully he can come back next week and redeem himself. But that's it. That is it. It's done. Hello, Harrison. Yeah, the ping will be extra bad tonight. Like Rax said, the NA servers aren't working for some reason, so we're racing on EU servers. What was his ping? Oh my goodness. 330 milliseconds of ping. So just to put into perspective, let me get the stopwatch out. It's hard to... I mean, it doesn't seem like a lot when you put it into perspective of like how long 300 milliseconds is. But it's like, if there's that much delay when you're racing side by side with someone, it's so hard to see what they're doing. I'll be honest, Steiner. I don't know what's been happening with you in these races. I have no clue how you keep getting fucked as much as you have been, basically. You just seem to get the short end of the stick and the bad luck every single time. I 100% agree with you, Troy. Nothing scarier than even in an aerial supercross race, having someone from Brazil or Oceania in front of you is so scary. You just have to like sit back and hope that they crash. But at the same time, you can't be too unhappy with them because they're just trying to race and play the game as well. So like it's really frustrating in the moment, but it's like you have to think on their screen everybody's got that really bad ping. We're through to the main event already, gamers. And because of this lovely thing called daylight savings, for those of you that aren't in Europe, we've had it already. We had it last night, and we gained an hour of sleep, which was brilliant. So I'm actually probably going to finish the stream before 9 PM my time, which is crazy work. My sleep, by the way, I know I'm always going on about how bad my sleep pattern is, but it's bad right now for the opposite reason it usually is. So usually I go to bed something like, something stupid, you know, like 4 AM and I'll wake up at, you know, like 2 PM, something like that. The last 4 or so days, I've been going to sleep at 8 PM, so early, and waking up at about 5 AM. So I'm actually really tired right now, but I'm trying to hold on a little bit longer to get a slightly normaler, more normal time. Plan on riding anytime soon. I was meant to ride... When was I meant to ride? Was it last week? Yeah, I was meant to ride Sunday last week, but it absolutely pissed it down. So the night before I said, no, I'm not doing it. Because I have no desire to just go and ride in the mud and just get wet and cold. I'm over it at that point. I'm too old for it. So honestly, I have no clue when I'm riding again. I generally might be done for the rest of the year since the weather's just shit now. That is how it be. November 2nd, it changed in the US. Yeah, we have different daylight savings. So it as happens before yours does. So it as happened last night at midnight. And yours happens a week later. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, in another life, it would have been brilliant to live in certain parts of the US. I won't say all parts of the US, because, I mean, some places have their own problems, whether it's how expensive it is or their different political views, this, that, and the other. But in terms of, like, the land and just the ability to, like, go riding and all these amazing tracks that some places in the US have, in another life, it would have been nice to live over there. Go ride twice a week. Lovely stuff. Is that a good start, I reckon, Dizzle? Got you through that LCQ? Where we go? Jesus Christ, these boys are keen, aren't they? We're already loaded in. Right. Splash could win, Chase could win, Rax could win, Boy... Yeah, fuck it. Boy could win. Willie wouldn't win, so we'll deduct him. Cam could win. Tyler could win. Jake could win. Rush could win. Brado could win. 9 people could win this race. Crazy work. Mosa is not synced in, apparently, Aiden, if you're here watching. And nor is Willie. He jumped the gun a little bit early. Mosa's in now. And Willie's in. Actually, they might get on the line in time. I know, you've re-racked him anyway. Re-racked him anyway. Aiden wants the night to be done. He's getting us going before people are even out of the pits. Just imagine if you was there as well. What are you doing these days, Brock, rather than racing these races? Other than just trying to do your best Deegan impression and ruining your collarbone. I'd make a great American. I do have a red hat. It doesn't say MAGA on it. I'm pretty sure it has a Ferrari logo on it instead, but, you know, I kind of fit the pot. The reason I wouldn't fit it in the US, and obviously you're welcome to believe in whatever you want to believe in. I'm not trying to start any shit here. It's just my own personal thing that I've noticed is some parts of the US, when it comes to like religion and Christianity, like some people follow it to the point where it's almost like a cult, like it's crazy. And I'm just an atheist, you know, but I feel like it's so deep in some places I just wouldn't fit in. And I tell you what, Splash has been absolutely insane out of the gate recently. He gets another pole shot. Crazy work. So Splash is going to lead you through. Can he do what he did in the heat race and lead from flag to flag? Probably not, because Rax has already made the pass up the inside from quadding in. Rax is going to take the lead. That is not what the rest of the competition wants to see. Because once Rax gets out in front, it is very rare that he chokes and gives it up. Although Splash coming alongside again. Is he going to check up? He can go underneath? No, he just plays it safe. Brado dive into the inside. He takes Boyd down. Boyd's not going to be happy with that. Again, a little bit of ping coming into play there. I think Brado did give him a little bit of room, but that is on his screen and not the other. Tyler making some good early moves as well. So Tyler is going to be up here in... Where's he going to be? He's P6 right now, just behind the Frenchman, Mr. Dorian Marot. You can hear Dorian from a mile away because you'll always hear his brakes squeaking. Let's listen in the air. There you go, I hear him squeaking. Cam has gone down, so not as bad of a start as last week for Cam. Cam's down again, so a pretty bad start. He's in last place. Cam's in last place again. No, he's not. What has happened to... I know bro's old, but did he forget that the gate dropped, or his reaction time's that slow? How is Dizzle this far behind? That is crazy work. Yeah, Dizzle's got his work out for him this race, but at least he made it through to the main event from the LCQ. Cam has given himself a lot of work to do. So, following on from last week, like Cam was in form this year. He's had like 7 insane rounds, really good results. But last week, awful round, which he's going to have to drop. This week, bad round. Chase forgetting that you cannot brake harsh on the front wheel and turn at the same time. He decides to tuck it in that left-hander. So he's going to lose a position to Mr. Tyler J. Splash did have the whole shot earlier on, but he's actually dropped down. He's in 3rd right now. Tyler's made... No, he's in 4th, sorry. Tyler's made some pretty quick moves at the beginning of this race. He is sat into P3, and a win is not off the table here. Again, he was your fastest qualifier. He can definitely get it done and try and close in on these two boys up in front. Closing in on Brado and passing Brado, however, are two completely different subjects, so we'll see what he can do there. Cam has made a... Look how many passes Cam's made in one lap. About 4 or 5 people that he's gone past. He's already up into P14 from being 2nd to last. That's a really impressive lap. He's worked his way past Mosa there. Triples into the inside. Gets it clean. Almost runs past it a little bit. Gets the brakes in time, but does come up short over the finish line. So Mosa's going to try going back underneath. Cam just moves to the left, blocks that line, so he cannot get past there. Willie and Ellum now going at it. Willie going to go up the inside here before the whoops, maybe? No, Ellum jumps far, shuts him off. Ocean's back here as well. Aqua's not an amazing race for Aqua so far. We'll see if he can make any forward progress throughout this race. Cam overjumping the quad in, though. He does not get the quad out. Mosa's been all over his booty cheeks for the last half of a lap. I have a feeling he just doesn't want to force an issue and try and make an aggressive pass on him right here. Because every time he's had an opening, he has checked up. He goes for the quad. I think he's going to come up short. Now, I saw that coming a mile away. He tagged the back end on the jump before it. Vixnev... Was he on a KTM? No, I think he was on a Yamaha earlier. I think it was Nate that was on the KTM. Dorian going down in a long rhythm. That's going to cost him a whole bunch of time. And that gap between Tyler and Brado does seem to be coming down slightly. I think Tyler's got an insane amount of cuts again. He does. Tyler's got like 3 seconds of cuts, something crazy like that, maybe 4. But Jake has worked his way up. I didn't know where Jake started, but he's up to P4 right now. Chase has dropped back a little bit into P5. Splash drop into P6. Boy 7th. Rush 8th. JS 7 in 9th. This is so stacked. I love watching this. Cam's worked his way up into 12. Has Cam gone... What is... I'm not sure what's happened to Cam recently. I'm not sure if he's run out of G Fuel to snort before each race. I'm not sure if he didn't pay the $75 a month subscription for Kaizo. But whatever has happened these last 2 rounds, the wheels are coming off from your red plate holder. Thankfully, there is nobody in the immediate vicinity to him in the points that can try and pass him straight away. But with people like Tyler having good results week on week, you don't know. You don't know how it's going to go. He is kind of getting a bit fucked. Like Ellum there drifted really far wide in the whoops and went down, which did slow him up again. Ocean's going to make a mistake. Cam's going to go past him up the inside. He's now onto the back of Willie, which is better than having Willie on the back of you. Oh, he stays very, very low into this rhythm section. Look how low he's staying, scrubbing really, really nicely. Gaining all that momentum. Just going forwards as much as he can do. Neon is toxic. Where is Neon tonight, by the way? Neon was here last week. He was rubbing elbows with Troy last week. Where is the Jan, actually? Troy's back in 18th place. Where is he? Let's try and find him. Got Ellum up it. There he is. There's the Jan. Going across the line. Is he still in 18th? No, he's in 20th place now. I don't know what to make of that. Not an amazing ride for Troy right now. But he does seem to kind of get better as the races go on, I've noticed over the course of this season. So hopefully he can put in a bit of a shift. Dizzle is still so far behind. He's 18 seconds in last place. Brado has caught up to the back of Rax as well. I have a feeling that was more of a mistake from Rax than Brado's pace. But then it also looks like they've dropped Tyler a little bit. So I've got no idea. Brado coming up a bit short there. What's the road looking like on this triple takeoff? Not too bad. You can see these guys are going to start moving further and further left here to stay out of that road. Jake all over the back of Tyler right now, actually. He's actually in front of him on time, on track. Oh, Rax has gone down. Brado has taken over the lead, and Tyler is all over the back of Rax now. As Rax jumps a little bit too far into that corner as well. Let's see who gets the better drive through the whoops here. It's going to be Tyler. He's swapping a bit, though. Bike comes back straight by the end. Overjumps the quad in, so he's going to have to go triple single. Rax did make the worst mistake, though. Now it is Jake all over his booty cheeks. Is Jake going to save his best performance for the main event, the most important one of the night? I'm going to hop into the auto camera real quick. As Troy goes down before the finish line, almost loops his Larry out, gets into the back of Ocean, goes down again. Troy is in the bin. Aqua's somehow lost something like 30 seconds in the space of one lap. There's some very strange things happening in this race, gamers. I don't know what's going on. But after having a really, really difficult LCQ by the looks of it, getting 22nd gate pick, Brado is now winning the main event, and he gets the commentator's curse again. But Barboso is sucking this man off like crazy. He gets a 3rd W respawn of the night that I've seen. Getting some really, really lucky spawns there. Just getting going quickly again. So now Jake has made the pass on Tyler. Jake is going to try and make the pass on Rax. He gets the rhythm section a little bit wrong, though. Does not get the quad clean. That's some of that erode coming into play. Now Tyler's going to be all over the back of him. Rax going to try and get a better run through these whoops he did last lap. He's choosing to go for the old skills wheelie technique, which is very, very fast, but also really risky. If you drop that front end in the wrong place, you're going to go over the bars through the whoop section. Tyler got that quad clean as well. He's gaining up a little bit of time on Rax. He does make the pass on Jake at the same time. And in the background, lurking, is Moto Man himself, Mr. Chase Black, on the charged Cycleworks machine. But if any mistakes come out from these boys in front of him, Chase will capitalise. Jake think made some mistakes there. He's lost a little bit more. Oh my god, I thought Rax just cross-jumped like crazy there. They are coming up onto the back of Dizzle now, though. So Dizzle has finally gone a lap down. Brado's still leading us through. Rax still in P2. Jake in P3 on track. No, on time in, but P4 on track. Reverse there with Mr. Tyler. He downsided that so nicely. That was perfect. Now, Jake goes down before the finish line, so that is going to give Chase an extra position, moving Chase up into P4. Boy is in P6. He's also messed up the finish line. That's going to allow Rush to jump over his head and move him up a spot. Where's Splash, the man that got every whole shot so far of the night? He is back into P8. Not amazing right now for Splash, unfortunately. Move a little bit further back. Cam has made his way up into P11. So putting on a bit of a hard charge here. He can still... Oh, I mean, there's big gaps in front of him. He's got 3 seconds to Vixnev, but then it's an additional 7 seconds up to JS7 there. And we are just going up to the halfway point of this race. They are going to have 10.5 minutes plus 1 lap left to go. Troy is still in P18. Who's it? Does anybody know who Ellum is, by the way? He's got 30 ping. Is Ellum Neon? He's got 30 ping, which tells me he's from the UK. Or Europe. Usually UK, though. Is it Neon and he's just trying to take Troy out? Because I know Neon had some issues with Troy last week. Callum's saying no. There's a really easy way of me solving this. Let's have a look. I'm aware that I'm not doing a very good commentating job by doing this right now, but I just want to... Quick little bit of research. Air J Field. I have no idea who this is. I am confusion right now, gamers. I'll be completely honest. No idea who Ellum is, but it looks to be a legit account, which I cannot usually say for most people, so that's quite nice. So it does have a Steam account attached, so I don't think there's any funny business going on there. We got any battles going on? We do have Splash starting to catch up to Rush right now. Let's just do something else real quick. I'm trying to multitask here at the same time. Right, click on that. And then we do this, and then we do this. And then we delete that, and then we click that. And then we click that. And then we click that. Ellum has had some very interesting Steam aliases. Previous names such as Bonnie Blue and Dexter Morgan and Slippery Deck. Very interesting stuff. Fair play.
You should have seen N30N at the Enduro race. It was despicable. He's been targeting Troy a lot lately.
Where does... thank you very much for the 5, by the way, James. That's very generous of you. I really appreciate that. On that topic of Neon and Troy, because obviously Neon was giving Troy a lot of shit in the heat race last week. Where does this stem from? I know... Was it last year or was it this year? It might have been this year. There was one race of Neons that like Troy broke down or something like that. Has there been beef going on since then? Is there some crazy work going on? Sorry, and where has this battle come from? Brado and Tyler going at it right now. Tyler has like 4 seconds of cuts. I don't know where he's got all them from, but he's got a tough task on his hand, trying to pass Brado. We'll see if he can get her done. Yeah, 4 seconds cuts is actually absolutely nuts. So Rex is going to be right on the back of him as well. It's going to be a nice freeway battle for the lead brewing right now. Oh, he gets a great drive out of that corner, by the way. Oh, he gets into that. I think they got together there over that jump. So that's going to lose all of Rex's speed. He still goes for the quad. No way he gets that. How has he busted out the quad there with such a bad run through the whoops? That's insane. Oh, Brado getting sketchy into the whoops. Did he go down? He did go down, so that's going to enable both Rax and Tyler to go past. Alternative rhythms coming out here. We'll see what plays out best by the corner. Tyler going to go up the inside. Oh, 3 wide. Who's going to be in front into this rhythm section? Tyler going inside, Rex going outside, Brado choosing to go inside as well. I'm so surprised. But 3 different people, 3 different regions, all side by side in a Supercross track. How's nobody gone down? And again, we've still got Chase lurking in the background. He's back there. He's watching these boys, ready to pounce. So now, Tyler, the man on a mission right now, your #1 plate runner from winning last year's championship, he has not done every round of this series. However, the ones that he has done, he's been very impressive. He won last week. Oh, I thought Brado was going to dive up the inside there. And we'll see if he can get the job done again this week. However, with 4 seconds of cuts, he needs to pull away from these guys. He can't just beat them as it is. We've got just under 6 minutes plus a lap left to go. Your current red plate holder Cam has moved his way up into 9th place right now. He's only 2.5 seconds behind Boy on cuts. He's just passed him on track, but he does have cuts as well. He's really not that far behind Rush either. I don't know if I see him getting any higher than P7 though. Willie just going across the line there. The game not letting me select any of these top runners, which is incredibly frustrating. Jake's sitting in a little bit of a lonely P5 right now. He was up there battling for the lead early on in this, but he's fallen off a little bit towards the back end of this race. Rush is in a very lonely P6 as well. Splash, who got your whole shot earlier, made some mistakes. He's now battling with Cam and Boy for that P7 position. He's actually lost it to both of them, I think, in this lap. Gets the pass made back on Boy again. Nice listen to me commentating. Thank you very much, Bombose. I appreciate that. Oh, hang on, I'm catching up on the law. Neon was a hazard and Troy made a video about it. Was this after Troy broke down like one of Neon's races, or was that the same one that I'm thinking of from like a year ago? Neon's been cheating hard in enduro races. Oh, I don't like the sound of that. And then Troy joined the VC and he didn't say anything about it. Typical kids these days. Go to the battle. Sorry. I keep forgetting we got this battle. It's not letting me select them, which is really pissing me off. MX bikes. Right, here we go. Tyler and Rax on top of each other. So it is the battle for on-track position. But again, you have to remember Tyler does have 4 seconds of cuts here. I'll be honest, boys. I love Troy, but between us... Don't tell him. I've never watched a single Troy video in my 29 years of existence on this planet. And I'm not even bullshitting with you. Not a single one. Instagram Reels, however, are a different story, because the fucker will not get off of my For You page. So Rax has taken the lead again over TJ. Scrubbing the shit out of that. That's crazy work. Staying up on the pegs is interesting. I'm seeing a lot of these fast boys doing this, where they're just not sitting down in these berms. And I feel like every time I try standing up and railing one of these corners, I can't get the bike lent over far enough. So I've got no idea. I just don't watch MX Bikes videos. The only ones I ever do watch is you'll get like the occasional Reese or Aiden or McChicken like funny moments video that they upload, and I watch them because I enjoy them. But I think it is an age thing. I don't know, I just don't consume that. Like someone just said in chat there, I think I'm 15 years too old. If I was half my age, I'd probably enjoy it quite a lot. It's not even meant in like an insulting way, it's just not for me. People have their different interests. Ellam's going to go a lap down there, so Rex is continuing to chill in that lead. Brado's fallen off the back of these a little bit, sitting in that P3 spot. But if he keeps up the pace, he could still beat Tyler on cuts. Jake has been passed by Chase. So Jake is going to drop to the 5th place spot now. Chase sitting in that P4. Then we've got a big old gap back to Boy here, like 8 seconds behind. As Boy messes up that rhythm section, Rush is going to go past, Splash is going to go past at the same time. Cam is in front of these boys, but does also have cuts coming into play, so he's going to have to try and get a bit of a charge on right now and put a few seconds to actually capitalise on them positions. Vixnev just outside of the top 10. I'm not sure if that's a result he'll be happy with or not. Troy, I did say he gets better as the races progress. He's gone from down in, I think he was 20th at one point. He's up to 14th now. And he's... I think... Oh, he's made a mistake there. He was about to pass Mosa and Dorian at the same time. But all three of these getting sketchy through this long rhythm. Oh, he's diving up the inside. Aggressive pass, and they both go down. Troy gets the worst end of the stick as well. Mosa got a really good respawn there. Bike facing the right way. Troy not so much. I'm wondering if there's been any sort of altercations earlier on in this race because of that. Not too sure. Actually, one more thing for research. No, that's fine. It's fine. Right. Rack's putting out a good lead so far. He has got 2 laps left to go in this main event. Tyler settled into that P2 spot. The 4 seconds of cuts, he has pulled enough time ahead of Brado. Brado, coming up very short there. Get back on the track, Brado. Oh, no, he's stuck. That's fine. He gets going again. Brado in a bit of a lonely P3 right now. Chase in P4. I don't know if he'll be able to get that bike on the podium. That is still 7 or 8 seconds worth of time once cuts come into play. Jake in P5. He is in a bit of a comfy P5 as well. We've still got Rush. Oh, Splash coming up short before the finish. He goes straight on. Going to have to roll the finish line jump as well. So many people doing this, but it's really easy to do, especially with the erode that comes in on the face of that triple before the finish also. Jake is sitting in that lonely P5. Cam is right on Jake's arse. He's got... I think Cam's got like 4 seconds of cuts maybe, but he's had a great comeback ride. He was in second to last right at the beginning. He's now fighting for a 5th place finish in this race. I do think, even with the last 2 weeks that Cam's had, I do very much see him winning this championship overall, just from consistency's sake. There is a rule in this series now that you can drop your worst 2 rounds. So last week was one of the ones for Cam. And then, can anybody confirm for me how many points you get, or what position you have to get 17 points in Supercross? Because at the moment he's dropping whatever last week was and 17 points. Other than that, I think he's got 2nd and 1st in every round as he goes over the bars. How's he done that there? Did he try wheeling it, or? That was a really weird one. Or did you get? Is there a weird kick on it? Yeah, he tried wheeling it, and then his back wheel tagged the hay bales collisions, and he went over the berm, or over the bars. Sorry. So now he's going to be battling with Boy. Dives up the inside there. Boy going to try and cut underneath. Both getting over the finish line clean. They erode in a lot of places around this track. It looks like it's helping them go faster. And Chase is right on Brado's booty cheeks right now, but again, Brado using his teleporting powers. Dizzle's pulled off the side of the track. Dizzle's had a night that he'd probably want to forget. But right now he is still top 20 because people have rage quit. So he's still getting a point, which you'd love to see. Old boy doing it. 5th or 6th is 17. Okay. So he'll be dropping... At the moment, he'll be dropping this round as well, I think. So the last 2 stinky rounds that he's had actually haven't affected the championship in the slightest. So he can still drop them. So I think he's still really comfortably out in front of the rest of the competition in this series. So there you go. Rax gets it done. He doesn't show up every week, but when he does, he tends to make a statement. Tyler gets 2nd place there. Still going to help his championship battles out. I don't know where he's at in the series at this point. Brado should be getting P3. It looks like Chase made a mistake in this lap. Brado going to go across in 3rd. Chase coming across in 4th. Going to get Jake in 5th. He's going to be happy this night's over. It doesn't look like he's gelled with the track too well today. And then Cam coming from 21st. Get across the line, Cam. 21st to 6th. Yeah, he passes Boy there on the last lap. Looks like Boy made some mistakes. Rush actually went past him. Rush does get him on cuts by less than 0.2. So Rush leapfrogs into 7th. Boy gets 8th. Splash is in 9th. It looks like he's over it. After getting the whole shot, he kind of faded there. And Willie is going to round out your top 10. JS7 going to come across in 11th. Bixnev should get 12th here. The Jan is going to finish up in P13. Feel like Troy's been fighting for his life in this race. Doesn't look like one of his best ones. He's going to get P13. And Dorian's going to be 14th in a second. Goes over the bars. Then Ocean 15th, Mosa 16th, Submax 17th, Element 18th. Stargame retired at the end. Dizzle 20th, and then Aquas and Nate left as well. Aiden, can you do me a favour if you're still in here? Can you, without resetting the erode, once you've got the results from this race, are you able to put it into practice or something? So I can join and try and do a quick lap of the track as the road is right now, just to see how brutal it was for people. If it's not possible, don't worry about it. I just thought it'd be interesting to check out the track from an actual onboard perspective and how brutal it's getting. How old is Dizzle? He's 28, I believe. We'll see if it lets me join. It does. Thank you very much, good sir. Right, we'll slap on the 2026 SX Prep. Get my speedo up as well. Let's see how brutal this track is then before we disappear for the night. Oh my good. Already, look how eroded away the landing list jump is here. Let's have a little experiment, see what pain these boys were going through. Ooh. Oh, cased it already. I'm stinking up the place. I'll hit a little alternative rhythm there. Don't see anybody taking that. How bad was this? Oh my good. Okay, yeah, that's difficult. I can see why they're standing up. I really can. I can also see why people like Troy were trying to stay away from it completely. Oh, that kicker is horrible. See, it's one thing sitting up in the commentary booth talking about people's mistakes, but you can see how difficult this is. That road is deep. Oh my god, that's going to bounce you to the moon as well. Yeah, track is very, very tricky. I'm sure it probably helps when you've got a little bit of a flow going and you can adapt to the track as it's developing. But stuff like that, how are you meant to stay on top of the whoops when they're that chewed up, that eroded away? Guess you can't got to go out of your way to try and find the smooth spots. Like hug the far sides of the track. So yeah, big respect for people like Rax, Tyler, Brado for going as fast as they do. I mean, Cam had some really good pace tonight. Just had a stinky start and getting caught up in some drama again. Oh, obviously the road actually works both ways, so I overjumped that triple in there because the road is sending me further than I'm used to. So not only can it make you case things, you can also overjump things at the same time. Once you get slotted in them ruts though, it's very, very nice. You just have to try and get the bike leant over at the right angle before the corner starts. I can fully see why people were choosing to hug this right hand side then and just double into this corner. Of how tricky the road makes the triple in before the finish. Same with I saw some people going right side here and just going double triple. Track does seem fun though. Really, really does. God. Oh no, still got an okay run through the whips. And quad again. Yeah, yeet. Oh, coming up short. God damn it. Yeah, the whips are munched. You can see why people started getting the swaps going on towards the end and going down. Fun track though. Very, very enjoyable. The last two rounds do seem so much more like old school DDC. Oh, see. I think I see the plywood coming through there. Not easy to hit these rhythms consistently at all. But it's still definitely doable. I always wonder how I'd fare in these races against these fast boys. Oh my god, the holes forming on the face of some of these jumps are nuts. Definitely about to jinx myself. I'm kind of flowing right now, gamers. Trying to bark in the virtual dirt course. Oh! The stream ends when I crash, so you better hope I keep it up on 2 wheels. I don't think I've got the speed to quad that. Oh, I do. Barely. Take the back end a little bit. Or should I have tried quadding that? Yeah, it's fine. We're barking. Let's see the setup. No, 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 no. Cannot disclose my information. And we're dead. Right, goodbye everyone. Thanks for